Do you think weed is a gateway
On
drug?
my mama.
Because a lot of people would argue that it's not, and to me, like it really can be. Like you could
It's
really use
all
it.
based off the person.
Right?
You
Exactly.
get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So however you was introduced to, let's just particularly say weed. However you was
Mm.
produced to weed, I mean introduced to weed, it's all based on your introduction and how much willpower you have or how much I would say canning strong how strong you are mentally
Right.
because you was curious enough to smoke. Why wouldn't you be
Exactly.
curious enough to take this e pill or pop this perker, whatever the case may
Push
be?
the
You know what
limits.
I'm saying? So and like I said, we be chasing that high. Everybody
Right.
chasing that first time you get high. And then you hear these other people to tell you, oh, if you pop a perk, it make you feel like this, or oh, it make you feel like this. So it's now your curiosity is mitigated by decisions by other people on top of you trying to catch that high. So then it'd be like,
Yeah, you just end up pushing the limits, bro. You fall down the spiral of fucking
yeah. But
no.
I ain't gonna lie, all the drugs I ever took though, well, I ain't never really took no drugs, but the little drugs that I have took, I've took shrooms, I've
Yeah,
did an e
same.
pill before, but I ain't never did none of that crazy shit. And the reason being is because like I said, I grew up around the shit. I watched motherfuckers that was near and dear to me do the shit, and yeah,
Just
so
fucked them up.
yeah,
Now, yeah, I was there's a period in my life where I was smoking weed all day, all night, just trying to, cause I was trying to get over this lease for an apartment, and
okay,
I was just trying to like, all right, it was like the last 3 months, last 2 months, I just wanted to get over it, and like weed would just make everything go by so fast or
right,
whatever. And looking back, like if it were me then, I would have defended it as like weed's not a gateway drug. But looking now, it's like, damn, I definitely was using it as like a scapegoat just
yeah,
to get out of my situation.
yeah,
But yeah, man, I did this challenge sober October, and the first few days, of course, are like the hardest because you kind of have like a routine, like you've been doing it. You know what I mean? Like every night, I would smoke weed just to go to sleep,
mm-hmm.
whatever. Like I'd go to the gym, smoke weed. It was like a reward almost.
Okay.
And then shit after that, I mean, I haven't really smoked weed since, and that was in October. So
How you
I
feel?
I felt good, man. Like I wouldn't mind smoking now, but to me, like, so I did try to smoke it alone, like just whatever, because I was like, all right, I'll just smoke now because I can. And it really kind of made me panic because it made me feel like I wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing. So it was like,
I just read up on that too. I just seen some shit where they said like weed is fucking with the mind. It's making you more paranoid, anxious.
yeah, it made me feel like, well, I don't know, it made me feel like pathetic, like just gave me like an anxiety, like damn, like I should be doing this, this, and this,
Yeah.
because I did it before, like I was finished with what I wanted to do throughout the day, and I felt like I was gonna get lazy and procrastinate and not do what I needed to do. So it made me kind of getting like an anxiety attack, and I mean now, I mean I wouldn't mind smoking it, but I'd have to be done with everything that I'm doing throughout the day, and I mean I haven't felt like I needed to smoke it since. Like I don't feel the urge, I don't feel like I want to smoke it. Like everything's just cool now.
I feel you.
Yeah.
When I went to Bali, it felt like that for me. I went to Indonesia. I couldn't smoke for a week, and it was like I was thinking different. My mind started moving faster, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna stop though. It ain't hard.
No,
You just gotta
honestly.
want to.
Yeah, honestly. It's just mind over matter, really. You
Really,
just
that's with anything though. It's
yeah.
a mindset thing.
Hello and welcome back to Mask Off Media. I'm here today with Do the Damn Thing. How's it going, bro?
How you doing, man?
How's everything, bro? How's business?
Business is business right now. Shit, just trying to figure it out, taking one day at a time. You know,
Absolutely. And how'd you get your name?
I came up with it when I was 7. Dude is that's my nickname. I came into the world with, but do the damn thing I came up with when I was 7. I was watching You Got Served. And at the end of the movie, Lil Kim was like, the dude asked Lil Kim like, so it ain't no rules, and she was like, hell no, just do the damn thing, no rules, and it was something that just clicked into my head, and I've been running with it ever since.
Damn, that's crazy. And you were saying that earlier. You were saying that a lot of the times they'd be like, do this, do this, do that.
Nah,
And
yeah,
then
I was just carnal to certain shit, so you couldn't say certain shit without my name, like do the dishes or do the stanky leg, do the dash, you know what I'm
right.
saying? Do the jerk, whatever it
Mhm.
was. So it was like I was able to. run with that and pitch it, and then I do the damn thing. It's just something that stuck, and I've been running with it ever since.
Hell yeah. And so how did you start getting into music?
I was always musically inclined. The first time that I got in the studio, I was 3 years old. But
Whoa.
I
You
never
you were
took.
singing or like what were you
I
doing?
was rapping.
At 3?
Yeah.
Damn.
It was
Yeah, you
yeah,
really did the damn
yeah,
thing.
on me.
Like, you really
But it was never my go to. Um, I wanted to go. I was paying attention. I paid attention to school and shit, so I wanted to go to school and shit like that and play ball. But the school that I went to didn't have a sports curriculum for men and shit like that. So I had too much time on my hands, and I was always rapping and shit. Always kept, it was my outlet. It was something that I did and kept to myself. It was nothing that I really like to express with people, like my poems and my raps. But
Oh, so you did poetry as well?
yeah,
Okay.
hmm I rap around my cousins and shit, and they'd be like, "Oh, you got it." But I never garnished the well, wouldn't necessarily say I never garnished the confidence because I always had it. It was just never my focus at the time
Gotcha.
until I had to
Mhm.
pick up. But they say you never know what your God given ability is until
Until you find out.
you find out for real. But yeah, so
So
I've always
since
been I start taking it serious at the end of 2015, like 2016, I started taking music
and
serious.
how old were you then? So end of 2015 into
Yeah,
2016.
I was 18.
Oh, 18, and then
Mm-hmm.
that's when you started dropping stuff and you
Yeah.
started dropping music.
Mm-hmm.
So what made you want to start taking it seriously?
Uh, like I said, I had too much time on my hands, and initially, I was doing freestyles and shit. Um, my first freestyle that went viral, I had dropped a couple before that. I had dropped a couple in high school. I dropped a couple at the end of my senior year of high school. I dropped a couple of them in my freshman year of college, but the end of my freshman year of college, I had gotten to it like with my girl,
Mhm.
and I wanted to get her attention. I initially didn't even do the freestyle to get recognized. I did it to get her attention, you know.
Okay.
And
You just pissed off or
man, nah, she was pissed off, but we was going through it. And then I ended up posting that motherfucker, and then it started doing what it did. It started going viral, and then they was like, "Man, you got to do it again, do it again." And I followed up with one, and it did the same shit. And then after that, I just was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna run with it. I'm gonna run with this momentum that I got." And like I said, I had too much time on my hands. It was either this or be in the streets. So
Mm. And what has that led you to? Like being like just rolling with this momentum? Like has it kept rolling? Have you experienced any kind of like slowdowns?
yeah, hell
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
It's a uphill battle. This shit is a roller coaster. You ain't gonna never be, you got some people who get blessed with the ability to never run into a brick wall, or they got support. They got somebody backing them, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
I didn't necessarily have that,
Did you get any hate for it or was it just was
for
it
what
always
doing music.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
I got hate
okay.
and love, but I mean that's what come with this shit. You
Right.
just it's this music has actually music has actually opened my eyes to a lot,
Mm.
and it's shown me the good and the bad in certain people. And it's crazy because support come from unfamiliar faces. It's people that have known me 10 plus years who I wouldn't necessarily say can't believe it, but in
Mhm.
a sense they like in awe. And they don't, they won't support you. But
Right.
it's people that don't know me from a cold bowl of cereal that support me like they know me my whole life.
Right.
So I would say music has it's opened me up to a lot. It's opened me up to a lot. It's gave me a lot of experiences that a lot of people in the world won't be able to experience. Like I was able to go on tour and smoke with Snoop Dogg, and he knew who I was before I
Oh shit. Okay.
introduced myself, and just being able to see the world from an artist's perspective,
Yeah, you seem very like intact with like your spirituality, I guess you would say, or something like you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Is this like something new or like is this like you've always just kind of been aware, I guess you would say.
Um, I will honestly say I've always my whole life, bro. My whole life I've always been like carnal to what's going on around me.
You
That's
just had
why,
that intellect or like
yeah, like my
okay.
intuition was just, and I had to get the gift of discernment. Like I'm a big energy person, so I don't know. It was I don't know. It's crazy, but I've always been spiritually inclined as well. Like my great grandpa, he was a pastor,
Oh, okay.
and real spiritual dude, never cursed,
Mhm.
none of that. So he prayed. I mean, he prayed over me before I was born, according to my mom and things. And so I was always blessed. I feel like I came into the world blessed, even though I was the hand that I was dealt wasn't necessarily the best hand. I would say I was blessed. Somehow, somewhere, I always knew I was blessed because I was always able to gracefully get out of those situations.
Right.
And I didn't been in some real, real dark situations.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm here.
Yeah,
So
right.
shit.
And are you like do you take part in religion? Like, are you Christian? Are you like, or are you
Um,
just kind of more
I'm gonna
into
be honest with you.
energy?
My whole perspective of religion changed as I got older. I was always one to question. I've always
Yeah.
questioned. I've not necessarily to be malice or to be disrespectful, but I've
Right.
always questioned things when I was unsure of what was going on or I didn't understand.
Right.
So I never understood how with religion it could be this religion, this religion, this religion.
Right.
These people praise to Allah, these people praise to Jesus and
Right.
God, and these people Catholic, and these people were Buddhist, and
Yeah.
these everybody has a different religion, but everybody got the same devil.
Which is weird, right? Like, to me, like,
You feel me? So
yeah,
it makes me question. You know,
yeah,
it's what just whole Jehovah Witnesses. I don't know the whole ins and outs of everybody else's
right,
religion. I think Jehovah Witnesses believe 100,000 people going to heaven, something like that. It's 8 billion people on the planet.
right,
It's just a lot of different things, a lot of different speculations and things that I'm unsure of, and um, it hasn't been presented to us in the right way for us to understand as well.
right,
It's a lot of different, versions of Bibles. It's a lot
right.
of
And
different
they're
versions of
coming out
every.
with more.
Come
They're
on,
coming out
so
with more.
I just
Yeah,
know that I know there's a God. I know God is real, and I don't know about nothing else. I don't know about nothing else. I know God is real. Period. Point blank. I
so
don't know
do you
about
kind
nothing
of
else.
follow like you? I wouldn't say like you don't really take part in the church, right?
Nah, I don't. If I go to church, I go to church and take what I feel is applicable to my life
Right,
from the entire Sunday service. But
right,
I don't go in there and just blatantly unveil myself to the pastor because people in the church be the most crookedest people.
exactly.
So
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people nowadays are separating from the church, but not separating from the religion, like the
right.
belief. Like they kind of because nobody really like.
This shit is a gimmick, man. You see
Yeah,
that
like
dude on Instagram, the pastor dude. You coming to church with $5,000 suits on and
yeah. Are
jury
you talking
bust
about the one in
down. Come
Texas?
on, man, or
Yeah,
wherever he at. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, not no disrespect. I mean, some people like to look nice, but
Where
come
you getting
on,
that
dude, where
from?
you getting
Like,
this
yeah,
money
where you
from?
getting that
You
from?
got robbed for $1 million and you're fine. Your
Yeah,
church is
man.
just cool.
I,
Like,
I know exactly who you're
come
talking
on,
about now.
man.
But there's
Like,
another guy in Texas who he owns like a mega dome in Houston or something like that. Just a huge church and like just worth millions of dollars. And when Houston was having that crisis of the hurricane, like he didn't let nobody like take shelter in there. And it was crazy. It was like you're supposed to be the man of God. You're supposed to be like the guy who, you know
this
what I
shit is a
mean?
gimmick. You're supposed to be a vessel of the Lord.
Right,
This supposed to
exactly.
be.
You're a
This is supposed to
pastor.
be the Lord's home.
Right.
Come on,
And
fool.
you're not
This
gonna
shit is a
help
gimmick.
like,
It's a gimmick.
others or it just
It's a gimmick.
religion's
Everything is a
kinda
gimmick right now, though. But
yeah.
I don't want to get into that because I get upset. I get to talk about shit that
Not yet.
that they say, oh, you shouldn't be talking about that. The fuck, we just
Shit.
like we got a First Amendment, but we really ain't. We really can't say what we want to say.
Not at all.
Come on,
Not at
bro.
all.
Come on, bro.
Shit, we could get into that, but let's get into you said you were on tour and you
Yeah,
said you got to smoke with Snoop Dogg?
yeah. I was on tour with Snoop Dogg and Warren G. Shout out to them.
Damn. And
Mhm.
how'd you come about with that?
Excuse me. It's crazy because I had went to jail in 2018, February, beginning of 2018. I went to jail. Uh, I got out of jail. It was ugly. Uh, yeah, it was ugly. And I was
Was it
working at
just
a.
hard to get back? Like,
It was just hard. It was just hard shaking back. Period. Because I mean, I wasn't supposed to go to jail. I'm not. I don't.
it just shook you up, kind of?
Hell, like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't in there that long, but just the fact that I was able to, like, the fact that I can say that to you, like, I went to jail. That ain't nothing that I'm proud of. I'm proud to. It was a humbling experience because it was like, okay, nigga, you got a wake up call, and you
Yeah.
see it can go left fast. Ain't nobody in here to help you.
Right.
Ain't nobody to call. It's nigga. It's back against the wall, and nigga, it's survive literally or
Mhm.
die. So, but I wasn't supposed to go to jail, but I ended up going to jail. When I got out, Had a warehouse job. I was working there. I'm like, man, fuck it. I'm finna just stack my paper and then I'll get back on my music shit some other time. In the midst of
Yeah.
me working there, Warren G ended up DMing me like on some shit. Like somebody on his somebody, one of his peoples. Shout out to I forgot his name, but Dip, I think it was. He dude had like he was on his kids page or something. He had like 100 followers. He was tagging Warren in my shit. But you know, people tag people in my stuff all the time. So I'm just like,
Right.
okay, whatever. And
Sick, bro.
then
Thanks for support.
later on that week, Warren DM me like, hey youngster, when you get a chance, give me a call. He sent me his number. I called him, chopped it up with him. He like, where you located at? I tell him where I'm at. He like, all right, come to the studio. In the next 2 weeks, I go to the studio with him, rock out. And then within those 2 weeks, he like, you want to go on tour? I'm like, shit, yeah.
Hell yeah.
So
That's an
then by the end of the
opportunity.
year, I'll say like, I met Warren in like June, July. And by September, I was on tour.
Damn.
Bro.
Where'd you guys go? Did you went for the
We
whole
went to
tour?
the whole US.
Oh wow.
Damn near almost every state. It's like a couple states we missed, like Montana, a couple states like that. But we went through we went through Arkansas. We went through Arkansas.
Went to the US.
We went through Arkansas. We went through Virginia. We went just like this. And then came back around.
Just kind of snaked it almost.
Yeah, almost. On me. We I think after Oklahoma, Warren had ended up getting well, he got upset because his tour bus the dude had his shit broke down. He did some weird shit, whatever. He pissed Warren off.
Mhm.
So from Oklahoma, Warren got a rental. And we pushed back,
Okay.
bro. So then from there, we pushed back. We missed a couple shows that on the way back, and then the next few shows was like towards that way, like Vegas and shit. So we went to the Orleans and things like that. But yeah, I was able to experience every state, almost every state
Yeah.
as an artist from an artist perspective.
And would you consider that like a connection now? Have you made music with them?
Yeah,
Or
hell
oh
yeah.
yeah?
Hell yeah.
Fuck, that's
Um,
crazy.
like I said, I'm gonna forever be grateful for the experience, you know.
Yeah.
Just to say that I was able to do that and to be able to connect with certain artists, like I was able to meet Ty Dolla $ign, got on the song with him. I was able to meet YB and Corday, Jordan
Yeah.
Lucas, both humble dudes. Yeah, I was able to meet a lot of people. I was able, Daz Dillinger went to the studio with them. I mean, not to the studio, to the strip club with them, threw some money. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really a strip club nigga, but they got some fire ass food though. Strip club food
Really?
fire though, on my mama,
That's
for
crazy.
everything.
You also have a connection with Rucci and Spank.
Yeah,
Fuck,
hell
sorry,
yeah,
bro. I
Spank Nitty
forgot the name.
James.
Spank Nitty
Shout out to
James.
bro.
There you
Shout
go.
out to both of them. Yeah, Rucci a solid dude, real humble dude. I ain't gonna lie, real humble dude.
How'd you guys meet?
I ain't gonna lie, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Damn, every situation that I got in was like based off of my talent for real. Cause I met him. I got invited to a studio session, and somebody that's connected to his peoples was playing some of his shit, and he played that song. It was an exclusive song. He played the song, but it was like it had an open on it, but the bitch was banging. Like the song that me and him got,
Mhm.
that wasn't planned. That song was already done. He already had that song.
And he just
done.
added you on? He was
No,
like,
yeah, like he had the song done. It was open on there. I told the dude like, "Can I lay something down?" He was like, "You could, but I can't promise that it'll get cleared." Like, you know.
all right, cool.
I said, "Cool." I just want to lay something down just to hear it. Laid it down. Next 2 days, Rucci DM me like you the truth. Like you hard on my mama. He was like, "You hard." I'm like, "Good looking."
Is
And
that kind
then
of surreal to you? Like
It's a-
everybody respects your talent. Like
it's a
even
very
Warren
humbling
G.
experience.
Yeah,
It's
like
a very humbling experience. It mean a lot to me because where I come from, like I said, everybody playing crab out of the bucket. So it's hard to, get support, the support that you need in order
Mhm.
to I would say grace.
or like
You know?
shine kind of.
Yeah, for sure. Because I mean, even the most confident in these people, have their days. And I'm one of them people that had their days. But like I said, that's a very humbling feeling. It's a very euphoric feeling. Because it's like, okay, nigga, you really doing something. And it's you being acknowledged for your talents.
Right.
So I just don't like when shit go unnoticed. But at the same time, it's like you got to take that shit to the chin because everything ain't gonna get acknowledged,
Right.
So
If you don't mind, because I mean you've mentioned it a few times, could we go back into like your childhood you say you were in some dark times and stuff. Like, what was your childhood like?
Uh, well,
Where were you? You were born and raised in where?
I was born and raised in San Bernardino.
San Bernardino. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so how was that like?
Uh, uh, I was raised. I had a single mother, hustling mother. I was exposed to a lot as a youngin. I was exposed to a lot of shit that, a lot of people won't see, a lot of people won't do, or
Mm,
experience in their life. I witnessed my first murder at 3.
fuck.
Point blank range too. It wasn't no, it
You
was
just
like,
saw a dead body. Like, no, you
nah,
saw
I
it
seen it
happen.
happen.
Yeah.
So it was traumatizing. Um, my folks gang banged and they hustled and sold drugs and shit. So I was exposed to that very young. I was always smart though. I paid attention in school. School wasn't really hard for me. Um, One of the most positive influences in my life was my uncle Darren.
Mm.
Uh, I would say he's one of the only few people I could say I could I looked up to.
You see him as like a father figure in a
Nah,
sense? No.
more like he's an uncle, but yeah, like a father figure. He did things that my father didn't do.
Okay.
And the easiest way to spell love to a child is time. You know,
Absolutely.
because it's a lot of materialistic things that you know kids get, but it be the little things that matter. Like it's a lot of shit that I had as a kid because my mama was a hustler. She was a single mom, but she hustled. She did her shit like
Did
over her
what she
shit.
needed
She
to
was
do.
young though, so she treated me more like her little brother than her son, for
Okay.
real. So I was like when I say I was exposed to a lot, I ain't gonna put her on blast, but yeah, she did some shit that in today's time, if the phones and shit was around, she'd have been under the jail. On
CPS would
bro,
have been in
I'd
there.
have CPS would have been on what, but um, yeah, he used to do shit like Uncle Darren used to take me to Barnes and Nobles. We'll go on bike rides. We'll go to the movies every Friday. He'd take me swimming.
Oh,
Like
so he
those are
really
the
put time into you and
yeah,
stuff.
those are the things that like really meant something to me
Hmm.
growing up because I didn't get to be a child all the time.
Right.
I had to be. I was grown. I was grown. So he him being around was like gave me that feeling of okay, you still a kid. So
Right.
that was the
Well,
only
he allowed you to have like, or not
he
allowed
allowed me
per
to be a
se,
kid.
but yeah, like gave
You
you a
know,
childhood experience. You know
right?
what I mean? Let you be. You know what I mean? Would you say, because going back on your intellect, like, would you say, I mean, you're a very smart guy, of course, regardless, but do you think because of the situations you had to face, it forced you to kind of gain that intellect
Oh,
because you had to be
absolutely.
smart?
It made me more of a dynamic human. That's why I like. It's pros and cons to everything.
Right.
And I would say, there's definitely pros to me being exposed to a lot of things young because I don't think like the regular person.
Right.
And then when certain situations transpire, I'm not gonna freeze up. I know how to handle it or go about the situation. Um and I know how to survive. It's a lot of people in the world that's like, either had both parents or
Right.
had a structured home or whatever the case may be, had people in their life that were there to, you know,
Put structure in their life.
right.
You know what I mean? Guide
But
them.
that guidance only got them so far because the real world is nothing like they teach you.
Right. Yeah. It's
Nothing
harsh
like
as
they teach
fuck,
you.
man.
Nothing like they teach you in school. Your parents, uh, this is how I look at shit. I would say your family, depending on who your family is gonna prepare you for the real world. Them is gonna be the first people that lie to you. Them gonna be the first people that steal from you. Them gonna be the first people that break your heart.
Absolutely. I agree.
So those are the things that like I came from one of them rough families, so it's hard for me to trust. Like I said, it made me more of a dynamic human though. I know how to move in certain situations. Other people don't. Other people way behind the ears. I'm not. And then paying attention in school just made it all the more wild because I can go in certain environments and I know how to code switch. I know how to conduct myself in a different manner. I know how to use proper grammar and extensive vocabulary, and it's actually a riveting feeling because I get judged because of how I look. And then I open my mouth and they be like, "Wow, I didn't know you." Yeah, it's because you judged me.
Right.
You thought I was the typical,
It's a prejudice.
yeah,
It's just people are like, oh,
it's
okay,
stereotype, but
yeah.
it's fine. It's fine.
Oh yeah, man. I mean,
But to follow up with what you said, yes, I do believe me growing up the way I did helped me in a lot of ways. Um, but it also has struggled me in a lot of ways because
you gotta live with that. You
I
know
got
what
a
I
lot
mean?
of
All
demons
that
that
pain and stuff.
yeah,
Yeah,
I fight real demons.
right.
Like real demons. Not the ones that people I fight real demons, you know?
Mhm.
Like it's a lot of shit that if you listen to my music, it's a lot of shit that I speak about in my music where you really pay attention, it's not fabricated.
Is that how you make most of your music? Is based off like life experiences, or it's
Yes.
just you're kind of diverse with whatever you want to do?
I'm a very diverse artist,
Mhm.
but when it comes to I would say particular music, like my storytelling, or when I'm on a heartfelt beat, you know you know where I'm at with it. That's
Yeah,
I'm there. I'm talking real life. I'm
real
talking,
shit. Yeah,
you know, I want you to listen. But I do know I mean, as I got older, I understood you had to learn how to convert certain things into feel good music. You got to learn how to convert certain things into how you triumphant from them, you know. But it does be hard, especially when you come from poverty, you come from distress, you come from struggle, and you're still in it. Not necessarily like, but you're in it. You know,
yeah.
I'm
You
in it.
kind of live like you kind of were.
I'm not rich, bro. I'm not
No,
rich.
yeah.
You know, I'm not. I ain't made it yet. You know, so I'm still, I'm
On the
still
pursuit of
going through I'm
happiness.
still
Yeah,
going through the journey. I'm still on my way. Like you know, so yeah, the journey comes with its ups and its downs, and it's days where I'm up, and there's days where I'm down. But lately, I've been just trying to find a median, trying to find a
right.
balance. So when I'm up, I'm up. But when I'm down, I'm not all the way down because I'm here. You know.
Yeah,
So
and that's I think that you know what I mean, and I really appreciate you talking about it because I think there's a stigma that a lot of us are trying to get, or a lot of people are trying to get over, is that people don't talk. People don't talk. You know what I mean? And I mean, I don't expect you to like go to your homies and start crying and shit and
what
be
I
like,
come here for?
right?
You
You
know
know
what I'm
what I
saying?
mean?
Like
Yeah,
it's a
yeah. Speak your
we
truth.
yeah.
So to me, I really appreciate that. But with the I don't know your whole life story, but from what I'm hearing is that, you're kind of pushed down this path of like anger and like violence and shit. It's all around you all the time. But you really capitalized and you really changed the direction of your life, and you really changed like who you are and who you want to be. And,
Absolutely.
I think that's like a very admirable trait. You know what I mean? From regarding anybody who could come out of a tough fucking situation. Mike Tyson, I mean, look, I mean, fuck, man, he was parents were in sex workers shit, or the sex industry. I mean, he was just raised from scum. People bullied him all the
Yeah.
time, and I mean, he just look at him now. He's so peaceful. He's just about, what I mean, his
He
spirituality,
but that beast still lives inside of him.
and he talks about that all
Yeah.
the time. Like
And
he,
that's real. That's real because you sit and you ponder. And when you alone, when you got some idle time on your mind, like they say that the devil's workshop is idle mind is the devil's workshop.
yeah,
And I honestly believe that because when I get alone, or it could be something that'll trigger me, and then I send myself down a rabbit hole, and then I just get to thinking about how I let certain shit. I wouldn't necessarily say I let certain shit slide, but I was too young to defend myself, or I was too young to. And it's like now I'm here. Like now, what you want to do? You know?
I definitely see where you're coming from, bro. I
And it's like
definitely see that's a great point that you make, because I will never say I had a terrible life. You know what I mean? But you know, my mother isn't in my life because she got down into like the drugs, alcoholism, and things like that. And she had an abusive ass boyfriend, and I couldn't do anything.
right.
And it just
And
haunts you. It's just like, what happened now? Like I'm here now, like I'm ready now, but it's too late. Like she's already, I don't know where she's at. You know what I mean? Like, and now that you're way older, like it's just too late. Like all that's in the past and shit. So it's fucking tough. It's tough, man. I really appreciate
I
you
ain't gonna
talking about that.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like was in the same situation that like it was a lot of nights that I cried myself to sleep. Like I couldn't wait till I turned 18 or till I got older, so I
That shit
could,
haunts
you
you.
know. And it's like when you get older, all of the stuff that you as a kid that you couldn't necessarily pinpoint or figure out what was
Mhm.
when you get older, your mind developed. So now you seeing certain situations transpire again, and you're like, wait a minute, that happened to me, and
Subconscious.
you're right, and it triggers you. It triggers you into it. Now it's like damn, this person did this to me. Like damn, this person did that. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I didn't know. I thought when I was growing up, I thought my life was the norm until I started having different groups of friends, and I'm seeing like, oh, we having conversations at school, and I'm talking about certain things, and they're looking at me like, what the fuck?
What the fuck are you
You
talking
right,
about?
you know.
Yeah.
So it made me think like, damn. It made me realize like, damn, I don't live a normal life.
Yeah.
Like everybody else, everybody parents don't got 26-inch rims, and everybody else parents ain't, you know.
Doing what my parents are
Yeah,
doing, you
so it was
know?
like
It's like,
it was a real shock. It was a real shock.
did that create any like I was like envy, would you say? Would that create any like jealousy within your childhood? Like,
Yeah, absolutely. It's jealousy now, like, um, but I would say because people tend to yearn for things that they don't necessarily they're on the outside looking in, so they don't know the like I said, the struggles and the hardships that come with certain shit. Like they just see they see, like I said, what's glamorous or
right.
what they see the ups. They don't see the downs.
You kind of see the headlights of it. You just get
Yeah,
caught in the headlights and you're like,
for
oh
sure.
damn, I wish I had that. Wish I had that.
I never envied nobody though, but other people envied me. I didn't never envy nobody though. Growing up,
Mm,
I never had to. Like I told you, I had a single mom, but she was a hustling mom. She
mm.
made sure I never wanted for nothing until she went to jail. That's when I experienced, I would say, one of the most darkest times in my life.
Shit was tough.
Yeah, absolutely,
So
absolutely.
in San Bernardino, what ages were you in San Bernardino? Like from what to what?
All of them.
Oh, you are you still there?
Yeah,
Oh shit.
I'm
Okay.
around. Yeah,
Oh, got you, got you.
I'm
Because you
around.
mentioned you're coming from Banning, and I was like, oh, okay,
Oh
maybe you
nah,
still got
yeah, I
left.
was just making, yeah, you know,
Got you,
making
got
a
you.
move.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So damn. So elementary school, you get into elementary school. How was that? So you were saying, that's when you kind of realize, like, damn, I don't live the same life as
Right.
these kids and shit.
Uh. So what you mean?
Well, like how, just kind of getting more into your story, like, was life any better through there, or did you not realize until then, or was middle school kind of like a darker time for you,
Middle
or?
school was that was the darkest time. That's when my
Oh,
mom
okay.
went to jail. My mom went to
Oh,
jail.
okay, okay.
My mom went to jail right when I started sixth grade. So I would say like I would say not even a month. I would say like 25 days after I started sixth grade, she went to jail,
Mhm.
and it was like immediately went from like sugar to shit immediately, immediately. So
Yeah.
that was the darkest time. I was. If you watch my documentary, you'll see I was.
Oh,
I talked
what?
about
Oh,
it. Yeah,
okay.
I
Shit, I
talked
didn't
about
know.
it. I got a documentary where I explain it. It'll tell you everything. I explained everything. From sleeping on porches to house to house, couch to couch, floor to floor. Um,
So why was that? Like, what happened? How did you get in that situation? I know that she went to jail, but
my
like,
mom was my spine.
oh,
So
so after that,
imagine your spine. If your spine stop working right now, you can't walk, you can't do nothing.
right? No
So
support.
I had nothing, nobody.
Okay, damn.
But it was people that looked out for me though. It was people that looked out for me. Like it was people that stepped like that. Like rest in peace, Uncle Corey. He ain't even really my uncle, but I look at him as an uncle figure because he did what a lot of motherfuckers didn't. You know,
Mm.
he ain't had no kids of his own. Uh,
He kind of took you in and
nah, he
was,
did. Yeah, he took me in and he looked out for me for a substantial period of time. And then he come from that same background, and my mom do so. Extenuating circumstances. I mean, extenuating circumstances transpire, and he ended up having to go do what he had to do. And once again, I was alone in the midst of that transpiring. I ended up going with my grandma. My grandma was in jail with my mom. She ended up getting out, but her situation wasn't the best. She didn't have no place, so she was from house to house. So I was house to house with her. Ended up getting with my pops for a little bit, and worst time ever on Jesus Christ. I'm gonna
how
keep it 100.
come?
It was
Just a lot of button heads because of rules, or like there
ain't
was
no
no
rules.
rules, or it
Nah,
was just
it was more or less like it was more or less like his baby mama didn't like me
mm,
because she didn't like my mama.
gotcha.
And he was with her, so she would play the little malice game and shit, little weird shit, real weird shit. And yeah. Then I ended up getting up out of that, and I was with my auntie Tech and my cousin Wilbur, and that's where uh that's where I was back cool, play ball and shit and
So you play baseball or you play basketball?
football.
Oh,
I
football.
play I
Okay.
played every sport, but my primary sports was football and basketball.
Shit, I
But
know what
football,
position.
I played sliding corner.
You know.
Yeah, I played sliding corner, but and then that's where I spent the rest of my time for real until my mom got out of jail. I really like summed it up. I didn't want to get
No,
too
yeah,
in depth,
that's all
but
good. It's all on you.
that's where I spent the rest of my time until my mom got out of jail.
And throughout this whole time, were you like still making music, or was there times where like you would be off and on?
Nah,
Like
middle school I was writing, but I wasn't. It wasn't no making no music.
it was
It
more like
wasn't no making no
poetry,
music.
or
I was just writing.
oh, okay,
It was an outlet. I was just writing. I would rap to my cousin though. I rap to my cousin Wilbur and shit, but it wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't no going to no studio or nothing like that. Like I said, my circumstances wasn't the best, so
got you. So it's just like kind of like journaling to you, but like okay,
it was my outlet to everything.
and that's crazy.
Being giving me I would say space to release a lot of my tension. Cause I was depressed in those 3 years I was really depressed. Tried to commit suicide a few times.
Um,
You know,
yeah,
it was bad, but I take it for what it is. It made me all a better person. It
right.
made me stronger. You
That's
know,
good, bro. That's good.
you don't know what you capable of or what you capable of enduring until you enduring it.
Right.
You know, so
Pain is growth, bro. Pain is
and
growth.
with the times that I tried to take take myself out, it's like it didn't work. So clearly, God gotta
You got a different plan.
he got a plan for me.
So where you at now, man? I mean, how's music? How's everything? Like,
I'm working, man. I ain't gonna lie, I've been working on some shit. I got a lot of music that I'm finna drop. It's just I had to go back to the drawing board because I was just doing a lot of shit sporadically. I was just dropping shit randomly, just going off of my feeling like, oh, I want to drop some shit today. Which is cool, but at the same time, it's like I'm not building around it. I'm not
mm,
marketing it. I'm not, developing no promo around it. So it's like
gotcha.
a lot of my music is I stunted a lot of my music growth because I wasn't properly going about it the right way. So I mean, I would say that's what I'm focused on right now. Is just going about things the right way and having a strategic plan to certain shit.
Do you got like an upcoming project coming up, or you just from now on through here out, like you want to start promoting, doing it the right way, like having a promo for it and
Yeah,
then dropping something?
yeah. I got some singles that I'm finna drop. Got some singles that I'm finna drop up until I would say the middle of January or the end of January, and then I got a project that I'm gonna drop. It's going to be actually one of my biggest projects and one of my most special projects. Is it'll be 16 songs, and it's a
Shit,
project
okay.
with one of my primary producers. His name is Do Noise,
Doing
and
noise.
yeah, we got a real good chemistry. So
Hell
this
yeah.
project is gonna be real special. This one that we put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into. So
When you plan on dropping it?
the top of next year, sometime the top of next year. I ain't got a
Yeah,
date for it yet, but sometime the top of next year.
got you.
Want to get a few more. Want to get a few more visuals in, and I would say consult with a couple more people about different songs that we think should make the project or shouldn't make the project, and then
How do you
we'll be
go
ready.
about that? What do you like? You show a bunch of people and you're like, hey, bro, so
Nah,
this is what I have, or
nah. Well, with me, it's like I like all my songs to try to like track each other. So
mm,
this one makes sense to this one. This one makes sense to this one. This one makes sense to this one. I don't like throwing a lot of random shit. My bad. I don't
you're
like
good.
throwing a lot of random shit together because it's just like too many different. So, um, that's what we do. We've been sitting and listening to all of the songs.
This is you and your producer.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
we sit and listen to all of the songs. We got the final say,
Right.
but we sit and listen to all of the songs. Um, and from there we see which ones fit the best and which ones roll with the other one the best. So I would say that's how we've been getting this project done.
Yeah,
This one
that's
in
fucking
particular.
cool. That's hard as fuck.
But this is good. This project gonna have the most songs that I've ever dropped on a project for sure. And I feel like I'm starting the year out right. So
No,
I'm
yeah,
gonna come
congrats
out with
on
guns
that. I mean,
blazing.
that's looking forward to hearing that.
Yeah.
So what do you guys do? You guys just make the song, sit in the studio and be like, okay, how does this one correlate with this one? How can we follow on this one? Or
Nah. all of the we just go in the studio and make stuff. You know, we
Okay.
let it come natural. We let it flow. Um, Especially when we don't got no direction. You know,
Yeah.
he'll make the beat from scratch. Like all of the beats is made from scratch. None of this stuff
Yeah,
is
so
none of this stuff is
he's nice with it.
you know, it's never none of this stuff is preheated. It's all made from scratch. And I sit in there just like this. And as he making the beat, I just go with the energy of the beat, and then he'll put his phone down, he'll record me because I come up with sounds and different flows and cadences that I'll fuck around and forget because I smoke weed and shit. Then I'm think about a million and one things. So
Right.
he'll record me, and then I track that, and then I just put the lyrics to it.
And do you freestyle all that, or you write it down and then you put it on?
What the cadences and the sounds and stuff, that's just me.
Just off
I'm
the
just in the
top.
air. Yeah.
Okay.
But once we run and we got certain shit together, then I start putting it to the pen and pad for sure.
Oh, so you write and then you go in.
Mm-hmm.
Right on.
But my pen and pad is a little bit more deeper than when I write on my phone. Cause when I write on my phone, it's like I'm on the spot, spare the moment. But when I got time to write on my pen and my pad, I could think.
It's more in detail. It's
Yeah.
more thorough and shit like that.
Yeah.
Well, I got to hear your opinion on this, but maybe a little controversial. But what do you think about what's going on with like Kanye West and Kyrie Irving and all that in the media now?
I ain't trying to get canceled before I even start, man.
Well, I mean, you gotta speak your truth.
I ain't gonna
bro.
lie.
I mean,
No.
you gotta speak your truth.
What we just talking about, I just told you. They say we got our First Amendment, but we can't say what we want to say. So with that being said, I'm not gonna say nothing.
Hey,
Man,
bro.
I ain't gonna say nothing, man, because I'm gonna get canceled before I even start. I ain't even made it yet. Can I make it first? Let me make it first, and then let me get a couple M's. Let me get a couple M's. I'm straight. Once I get a couple M's, I'm straight. I know what to do. You feel me? But I'm not saying I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. I like turtles. I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing.
Hey, I'm going in, bro. I'm just saying, like, okay, the way
You can say that.
yeah, I'm just saying.
You can say that. I can't say that.
What you
Whatever you
mean?
finna say, I already know what you. I don't even know what you finna say, but you finna say something that I can't say, and I'm not gonna say it.
Nah, what I'm just gonna evaluate. I'm not gonna give my.
I'm gonna just say this. I'm gonna just say this.
All right,
Look,
all right. Let's evaluate it. Let's evaluate it. So you don't have to give your full opinion overall.
I gotta watch what the fuck I say. Oh, bro, I'm trying to put this shit in words where it ain't gonna. You know what I mean? Cause it's bad. It's bad. As soon as
So here's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say that the way he started it off was terrible. Saying that he's gonna go DEFCON on the Jews. Okay, but I do think that he should be able to speak whatever he wants to speak, if it's not being violent. And I don't think he said anything violent besides saying that he's gonna go DEFCON 3 on the Jews.
I don't know.
In the Kyrie Irving situation, I think that's not as hot, but I think he was more than welcome to post that. I don't see anything wrong with that.
I don't know. Because look. I don't know. All I know is it be a lot. It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Right.
With anything.
Mhm.
With anything. And I say that to say this, damn, because it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And I was finna say some shit right now.
You better go in or what?
Man, because I won't, man. Off the rip, when we get off the air, we gonna
Alright.
talk. We gonna
Alright.
talk. But
Yeah, we could talk.
nah, I would say, Kanye's delivery could have been better
That's what I'm getting at.
for sure.
That's what I'm getting
Kanye's
at.
delivery could have been better. But aside to I don't know, but Kyrie, all Kyrie did was post a
He posted a link. He
Like-
posted an Amazon link to a movie about, I think, Black Israelites.
that was crazy.
Yeah, and to me,
Look how they
because-
doing him though.
Yeah,
They want him to apologize, pay 500 bands to
Yeah.
something.
They're
And
blacklisting
then you
from the
gotta he
NBA.
want to talk to, man. He got to talk to some kind of Jewish. But this, excuse me, I don't even know, man, cause I don't know, man, cause I ain't gonna lie. I done did a little research and I don't know. I don't know.
Well, what did you find? I don't think that establishes your opinion, but I'm very interested in the research.
Cause that's just crazy. It's just crazy because it's just no hope. Like our people is just man, bro. It's only our people. Like we the only ones. We the only ones that don't get it. And it's like I don't like. It's like we don't want to get it.
What do you mean?
You know what it is. We're the only ones that don't get it. Like, did you watch the Swifty Blue interview?
No, I haven't.
Okay, Swifty Blue had an interview with an interviewer, and he asked him something, and he said we like he said he spoke for his entire situation,
Mm-hmm.
his whole conglomerate that they don't want to sign to no blacks. They would never sign to no blacks.
Mm.
You get what I'm saying? Now his delivery was off. His delivery was terrible. That made him sound racist.
Mm.
But what he's saying is he would rather keep his within his people, if that makes sense.
I'm not really picking up.
He said, we won't sign to no blacks. And the interviewer was like, so what if Jay-Z wanted to sign you? What if Kanye wanted to sign you? He was like he said he'd pitch his youngins like we got Sway, we got Peso, but I'm not signing to no blacks. Like we not signing to no blacks. Like, and like I said, his delivery was bad.
Mm.
But when you read between the lines, what he's saying is not wrong.
Mm.
He's saying he wants to keep his situation within his people. And that's cool.
Just
But
don't-
aside to that, we're not gonna act like hip hop is who's hip hop.
Black people.
You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
anybody that does hip hop, you're influenced by our culture.
Right.
So what you saying that you want to keep it within your people, that's cool. But it is influenced by our culture.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The gold chains, the bust down teeth, all of that. Like that's not. And I fuck with Hispanics. I love Hispanics. Like
Yeah.
you feel me? But that's not their culture.
Mm.
Like the way that it's presented, the way the jury, all of this stuff is presented, that's not, But
Yeah.
I'm not here to whatever. That's how he feel. That's cool. But what I'm getting, the synopsis that I'm getting at is what he said wasn't wrong, and we're the only people that don't get that. Like we influence the world, not the United States, the world.
Right.
Our
Worldwide.
our culture influences the world, the entire world, and we're still the only people who don't get it. We the only people that don't get it.
So
And they know what they like. The people that's gonna watch this, they gonna know what I'm talking about. We're the only people who don't get it, and that's the problem. And that's why we'll forever be where we are. We will never be able to succeed or penetrate through the shambles of whatever we are under because we don't get it. We're the only race who, like, we help.
you run the show.
We run it, and we act like we don't know that.
So are you getting at that?
We influence everything.
Right. But
We
only
put season to everything.
But
Everything.
the
TV
one of the
shows.
100 will speak.
Huh?
You're saying like the one of the like, for instance, Kanye's the one in 100. So he'll speak.
And you see, and look how our people are doing him.
Yeah, I see what
You get what I'm saying?
I get it. Yeah.
So look, I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. Now I'm gonna get raw. When a nigga like me, say y'all was all black in here, and when a nigga like me speak, and we all nigga be like, nigga, shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. But let somebody of different color speak. Motherfucker gonna shut up and listen.
I mean,
I'm keeping it 100. I'm keeping it 1,000 with you. That's the truth. You feel what I'm saying?
yeah.
That's the truth. When it's another race, we shut up and listen. When it's our people, we down them. We look at them like they don't know what they talking about.
Right.
I'm telling you, because I didn't had these kind of conversations with my homies. These niggas, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. But that's because I'm here with you. You think that I don't know what I'm talking about because I'm here with you. You don't know
Right.
you don't know what I'm doing on my spare time. You don't know what I'm doing when I'm by myself. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
let you come, and they gonna shut up. And that's the problem. That's the truth. We're lost. We hate each other, bro. And it's bad. It's sad. It's really sad. We hate each other. We literally hate each other. We go around like you don't see no other, like when I say we influence you got a short percentage of other races that wanna gang bang.
Right.
We're the only ones that we're the only ones that boast that. When you go to these suburbs, you don't see no liquor stores. It's hard to find one. You go to the city, you go to the ghettos, it's a 7-Eleven and a liquor store every corner. Right or wrong?
I can't disagree.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we're fine with little to nothing. We get happy to get food stamps. We get happy to get on welfare. We get happy motherfucker ain't get that's nothing.
It's the
You're
bare
getting
minimum.
crumbs. Crumbs. We're the only people that don't get it, bro. And that's it and that's all. We're the only people that don't get it. We're the only people that don't get it. We're the only race that don't get it.
See, I can't speak on none of that, but what I think it is yes, I think that there is a lot of power in the hip hop community. I mean, it's all one community. It really
It's a lot
is.
of power with black people, period.
Right. Absolutely.
Period. We have
Got it.
we like I told you, bro, we impact like Kanye single-handedly brought Adidas back into the conversation to where they can actually say or even have a say to Nike. Right or wrong?
No, yeah. He brought
By
him in the
himself.
market. He brought him in the market.
And who is all the people that wears his stuff? Asians.
Yeah.
And where are they? 10,000 miles over the water. We influence the entire world. Literally. It's crazy. Like breakdancing and all that shit. Asians. Basketball. Asians. Who we influence the world. We literally influence the world, bro, and it's crazy because we act lost. We don't act lost. We are lost. We act. It's crazy how we bring our people down. It's crazy how we bring our people down. It's crazy. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy because I get more support from people who are not my color, and I don't understand why. Because they should understand me more than you guys should. Not like that, no disrespect, but I'm just saying. With this skin color, there's certain things that I talk about. Like police brutality, welfare, shit like that. My people understand that. So I don't understand why people of different color or different races support me more. And they don't even understand my life. They don't understand my story.
Right.
But they feel so much sympathy for me. I swear they do. You don't know how many people that are not black that have I wish I could just give you whatever I could give you to help you get to where you got to get to. You think a nigga gonna tell me that? When I carry my gun, I'm not worried about no white person. I'm not worried about no Mexican. I'm not worried about no Asian. I'm worried about a nigga. That's how lost we are. When I carry my gun, I'm not carrying my gun because a white person is gonna rob me or an Asian is gonna rob me. A Mexican is gonna rob me. It's a nigga. Somebody look just like me.
Don't you think that's kind of set up though? Don't you think it's kind of been set up?
Yes, but we're so lost we don't see that. I just told you, you can't find a liquor store or 7-Eleven in the suburbs. You can find a 7-Eleven or liquor store in every corner in the hood, in the city, in the trenches, in the ghetto, however you want to portray it. You can find one. There's probably one across the street. It's a liquor store right down the two buildings away. No cap.
Yeah. There's one right over here.
Come on. I'm telling the truth here. And it is set up. It's set up for us to continue to be lost. Continue to accept the crumbs. Every other race has got their reparations or however, whatever the fuck that shit is called. Black people haven't. We're not even considered. We will at one point in time we wasn't even considered a human. We was considered half a human, bro. How am I
Wild,
half
yeah.
a human? And my race is like no disrespect, but what is there? What is there that we can't do? We took over baseball. We took over basketball. We took over football. We took over the world's strongest man was black. Come on, bro. Like we're there in every aspect of the world. We're there
In every category, yeah. Dominated.
So how are we half a human? Why don't when, I bet you $100 when the police get behind you, you don't get nervous.
I think it's always nerve-wracking. I understand for your situation.
Fear has been implemented on my people since whenever the slavery, all that, whatever that shit was. Fear has been implemented on our people since that long. Before
Absolutely.
that, I get pulled over, I'm going to jail. I'm getting pulled out of my car for sure. No matter if I'm recording or not. You're not. It could smell like weed in your car. No disrespect. But it could smell like weed in your car, and they're not, and that's a law that just passed. If it smells like weed in your car, they can't detain you or pull you out your car, but they wouldn't pull you out your car. They'll find a reason to pull me out my car. That's a fact.
100%.
It's designed. This shit is not designed for our people to make it, bro. It's not designed for me to make it, bro. That's why it's so hard for me to make it. That's why my story is so riveting to people that are not from my background.
Do you think it's a lack of support as well within the community, or
I just told you that.
Regardless of that, it is set up the way it is. It's set up to, it's set up to make you guys fail, to make the black community fail.
Exactly.
But do you think as well as, I guess you just did explain that it's a lack of support as well.
Y'all support us more than we do. And then you gotta look, we take, like I just told you. I keep a gun on me. But my gun is not for nobody of a different race. It's for anybody, but I'm not worried about y'all. I'm worried about my own people. So the lack of support is not, you're right. It's a lack of support. It's a lack of function. It's a lack of caring about, we don't care about ourselves. A nigga, I swear to God, if I have my chains and shit on, a nigga come get on me before he get on you. Why? Skin tone. He could think you a punk, but he gonna try to get on me first, though. That's just how this shit is, bro. It's set up for us to kill each other. We making our own self go extinct. We helping the people. We helping the police. We helping whoever want us out of here. We're helping them, and that's why they let us. It's like this shit is right in our face, and we're stupid. We're blind. It's crazy.
I think with that, a lot of for instance, you said we support you guys more, which I do believe that we support you guys, but I think at the same time, we also kind of ruin the movement. Like BLM, for instance, right? When riots were going on, I think that was a lot of white people, majority white people that were being violent.
But who was it speculated on? Black people. Right. It just happened again. In the when they was having the protest and shit. In the pandemic. It was white motherfuckers out there busting up windows and shit, setting shit on fire. But who they say it was? Black people. It's easy to blame us. Simple.
Right.
Blame a black person, we ain't got to worry about the rest of the shit no more. We ain't got to do none of that shit. We can go commit the same crime, bro. You gonna get shorter time than me. That's on God. That's on Jesus Christ. We can go commit the same crime right now. And you're gonna get and they gonna book my stupid ass. They gonna send me up the road. That's real shit. No disrespect. That's real shit.
Everything you said, I 100% agree.
That's real shit,
there's
bro.
Nothing that I have a disagreement with or anything. I 100% agree that it's set up. It's set up 100%.
And it's a frustration.
And I think the political parties and everything, they may preach for this, may preach for that, but either way, it's gonna be.
They make niggas scared, nigga. That's why LeBron didn't support dude. They make niggas scared, bro. They make us scared, bro. They literally make nigga. Fear has been implemented on my people for the longest time, bro.
Yeah.
When we see a dog, we run. When we see the police, we tense up. I've never seen Bro, I got a white homie that ain't got nothing but black friends. One of my cameramans who was gonna come with me. He don't got nothing but black friends. When we both in the car, we could both be smoking weed and shit. We see the police, I'ma tense up. You know what he gonna say? Bro, I'm white. I ain't even gonna, bro, that's what I'm telling you. You gonna make me get into what I'm trying to not get into.
No, yeah, no.
Like, bro, like I said, bro, the research that I did, bro, like, this shit crazy, bro.
We'll definitely have more conversations.
And it's crazy because we not gonna be here to see that revolution. We not gonna be here to
Probably
see
not.
that.
Probably
And
not.
I ain't gonna lie. I talked to my homies. I told them, I said, before the oppressed becomes the oppressor, they'll blow this bitch up. They'll blow this whole world up.
Believe it.
And that's on my mama. They'll blow this whole world up. Before the oppressed become the oppressor, they'll blow this whole world up. Because you got to think about it. What is the motherland? Africa, right?
Everybody resorted. Everybody.
No. Ethiopia is the only country in what's the name in Africa that didn't get colonized. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Every other country got colonized by the UK, Russia, you know what I'm saying? Before the oppressed becomes the oppressor, they'll blow this bitch up.
Oh, bro, I hate to end this on like kind of an intense subject, but I'm really glad that you got to spoke your truth, and I'm really glad that you spoke about what you did today. But I really appreciate you having on or being on the show. Is there anything you'd like to promote before we go?
Just be on the lookout. I'm finna drop some new songs. Fashion is on the way. It's gonna be my next single.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we gonna rock out like that.
Anybody you want to shout out?
Shout out to my team, Do Noise, Blizzy, Ice, Ren. Shout out to the homies. Shout out to my grandma. Shout out to my mom. Shout out to Neki. Shout out to Envy. Shout out to the whole West Side. You know it. Yeah. Shout out to my nigga Hoodie. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to K-Mac. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Dre. Shout out to all my niggas, man.